Hey there, my name is Hattie and I'm an artist who's aspiring to make that my career. But first, quick question. Do you dream big and struggle to make those dreams a reality? You and me both. A little bit about me. Your girl loves to plan. I love to set goals. I love to dream big. I have an issue with the follow through. I have a terrible habit of starting projects or planning a future for myself, step by step, what I need to do to accomplish that, and for various different reasons, it doesn't happen. I give up, I get discouraged, I rely too much on motivation, and when I don't have motivation, it doesn't happen. Work gets in the way, life gets in the way, blah, 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 blah. I'm sick of it, because do you know what really bums me out? Is the idea of looking back 5 years ago and having the same dream of being an artist, making money off my art. I had that 5 years ago. And imagine where I could be now if I actually followed through with all the things I wanted to do 5 years ago. Maybe I would be living my dream life now instead of not. I dream big. Your girl dreams big. The follow through, terrible. I'm really trying to fix that. So with a lifetime of this terrible habit of no follow through, what's changed now? Why am I doing this now? The answer is a lot has changed very rapidly, and I've been given this window of time where there's no pressure on what I'm doing. There's no expectation. I've recently moved overseas, so I'm still in that, I'm traveling, I'm on my OE, whatever. So now I have the downtime to pursue this and pursue art as my career and live the life I want to start living. And to do that, we got to start planning, what does this life look like, you may be asking? Well, if you'll indulge me to some pie in the sky dreaming about my artsy-fartsy career, this is what it'll look like. I would love to be self-sufficient, obviously. I'd love to be making enough money each month that I don't have to have a job on the side. It could be full-time. I would love to have my own online store, sell originals, sell prints. I'd love to do conventions. I did that a couple of years ago and always enjoyed that. I have comic book ideas that I would love to finish. There's just a lot. There's a lot of stuff I want to do, and the idea of that being the full-time focus is so exciting to me. Okay, so scaling all that back, what can I start doing now to have that as my future? Well, here on YouTube, I want to create videos on here that hold myself accountable, as well as hopefully are interesting to other people who are maybe in the same position, have really nothing to show for, but they love drawing, they love the idea of making their living from their art, and they're wanting to build up an audience and start getting that kind of traction. In doing my research and watching videos and getting inspired by other artists, the one thing that I keep searching out and haven't been able to find yet, I'm not saying it's not out there, I haven't been able to find it yet, and that is someone starting their artist career from scratch, like properly from scratch. There are so many really cool artists with really helpful insight on how they built their audience and started making money from their art, but most of them that I've come across, they've already started with a pretty significantly high Instagram following, YouTube following, and they have that audience and that following to start with from their scratch. So if that sounds interesting to you and you're also at a place where you feel like you haven't really even started, same. So let's do it together. I am hoping documenting this will keep me motivated, maybe be interesting to other people, and also will be kind of like a time capsule that in the future I can look back on and be like, cool, I set those goals, I did what I said I was going to do, I'm now living the life I want to live, and I can look back and I don't know, I like that idea. So if you're also starting from zero, join me. Do it with me. Let's hold each other accountable. Let's create our own community of small art accounts and artists wanting to make a living from their art. And share resources, help each other out. I want to document what I'm doing so that I can look back on it and see that the plans I put in place I followed through with and the outcome is what I wanted. So we shall see. So where am I now and where would I like to be? Well, currently, as of the 11th of March 2023, here are my stats. 0 subscribers on YouTube, 186 followers on Instagram, and 10 followers on TikTok. So what am I aiming for? Well, my timeline is tracking the first 6 months of growth starting now. By September, here is what I would like my socials to look like. 100 subscribers on YouTube. Not only do I think with consistently posting once a week that this is a very achievable goal, but I also think that as it snowballs and as people hopefully start subscribing and following along, it'll give me even more of a reason to stay committed to this. So YouTube is the one I'm most excited about, which is probably why I've set the goal a little lower, because I want to achieve it and I want to feel like I've reached my goal. The next is Instagram. 500 followers on Instagram would be ideal. This one I am a bit nervous about because if anyone's been on Instagram for a hot minute, you know how much of a fire pit it is. And the more I do research and watch other artists talk about the social platforms they really do well on, Instagram usually is not great. In fact, a few artists I follow have just left Instagram because it's so demoralizing. You're only really getting traction from your reels. Posts get lost. They have a very short lifespan in the sense of engagement. It's not a good one. So 500, why? I don't know. I like that number. I already have almost 200, so I want to see if I can do it. And if I can't, I'm not going to be terribly upset with it because I know it's an uphill battle, but I feel like Instagram's a lot faster to just chuck content up on than YouTube, for instance. So, it's doable. And lastly, TikTok. I think 100 followers on TikTok is very reasonable. I feel like I can definitely achieve that in 6 months. And what I really like about TikTok is it throws your videos in front of so many more people that wouldn't have looked you up or have no connection to you. You get on For You pages and, hit the right ones, find the right people. I don't know, I think that one could work really well. Okay, so to really dive more into the strategy, what am I doing for each of these platforms? So with YouTube, I've already kind of mentioned it. I want to post 1 video a week. I want the weekend to be my filming, content creating time, and then edit early in the week and post either Wednesday or Thursday. At the moment, that would work with the rest of my life schedule, so that's what I'm aiming for. On Instagram, I'll mostly be focusing on putting out reels, probably 2 or 3 a week. Posts, maybe 1 or 2 a week. I will probably, for posts, get more into just throwing up more sketchy stuff, because that is easier to, if I'm sketching or doodling, take a picture, post it, the drill. Whereas at the moment, I feel weird about not putting up more complete pieces, but that just takes too long, and I don't want to have burnout trying to create a full piece to a level that I'm happy with once or twice a week. That's just not gonna work for me. And then TikTok, fairly relaxed on TikTok. I don't know. It's a really easy platform because it's so casual. You can cut down YouTube videos or, reuse your Instagram reels on it. You can also jump on the trends and sounds. It's just easy. It edits all on your phone. So I'm wanting to post on that maybe 3 or 4 times a week. So it all kind of sounds pretty full on. even to me. But I think it should be doable, because as I create and as I get in the momentum of it all, I feel like it'll all snowball, because it all feeds into each other. Like I mentioned, cut down bits of my YouTube, put on TikTok, put on Instagram. Instagram can filter onto TikTok. The more I'm making content, the more content it makes, if that makes sense. And I'm hoping, because these goals are so achievable, in fact, some might say I'm not pushing it enough and it's too achievable and 6 months is ages for this, but you're talking to someone who has dreamed of this for so long and maybe gets one new Instagram follower every 6 months. So I'm really, it is something so from scratch for me that I'm taking it easy, because I don't want to get demoralized. I'm very goal orientated, so if I can actually hit these goals, it'll keep the train chugging. It'll keep me going, it'll keep me motivated, and then I'll be able to set slightly bigger goals and achieve that. You know how it works. So if watching or following along on any of my platforms sounds interesting to you, I'd really appreciate it. Let's, as a group of people who struggle to complete their goals, create a little community, whatever it is. It doesn't have to be an art career you're pursuing, whatever you want. Let's keep each other up to date. Let's see how we can use these tools we have around us to create the life we want to live. Finally. I got nothing else to say on it. Okay, so if you stick around, here's what I would like to be producing for YouTube. I'd like to do sketchbook tours. I would like to do speed paintings. I would like to do Q&As. I would like to talk more about my goals and my plans, do updates on those goals, talk about the bigger picture, talk more money, more business side of things. I'd eventually like to get into doing conventions again, and I'd like to reopen my online store. So all those sorts of aspects of doing art full time, I would like to share the journey and the process with you guys. I'm really excited about some of the graphic novel stuff I want to do, and would be keen to talk more about that, and there's just a lot. If you have any ideas on other things that I haven't mentioned that you'd like to see or want me to talk more on, please let me know. Okay, so that's basically the full layout of the current situation. And to just get a little introspective for a moment, this is really important to me, because so often, especially when I've been working jobs that I hate, I think, if I just had time to create an audience and build traction for my art and start selling it and be better at art that I feel more comfortable selling, if I just had time to do that, I would be living the life I want to live. And I've thought that way for probably 10 years. So the fact that I haven't really done anything to get to that point, despite thinking about it all the time, is really kind of upsetting to me. And that's why I really want it to stick this time, because I don't want to be 10 years from now looking back and thinking, why didn't I start it then? I had the time. I could be doing my dream. Instead, I kind of faffed around and lost motivation, and I'm still working a job I don't really enjoy. I don't want to do that. I want to pursue the life I want to live. And that means following these goals and steps that I've set for myself. And I hope that this time I can do it, because I'm not an office girl. I don't enjoy the corporate world. I want to do creative stuff, but I don't want to do it for other people. I don't want to work for an illustration company or, do big commissions for other people. I want to do art that I like and that excites me and motivates me and brings a world that I've created in my head into a reality that other people can look at and participate in. Like, that's what I want. So, wish me luck, and good luck to you too if you're also on this journey. Whatever aspect of career it is, we can do it. This is a good time. And not to get too into it, but on TikTok, I saw a TikTok that said, Scorpios, January, February, it's gonna be terrible for you. And it was. I was very sick for most of that time. But then it said, March, the rest of the year is your year. It's gonna be a big year and you're going to excel. So I'm taking that energy. Whether you believe in that stuff or not, I don't even know if I do. But it came at the right time when I was just recovering from a horrible bout of tonsillitis. It was almost March. I'm grabbing that energy. The rest of the year, it's going to be my year. And I'm going to make this work. Alright, have you done convincing yourself? Yes. Actually, thank you for asking. Yes, I have. Thank you for watching. Have a lovely rest of your week. Join me next week. And that's all. Bye.